All right, good evening. So, welcome to today's session with BYD. And today we'll briefly talk about setting smart goals for 2026, which is very important. This is early year, the first month of the new year, and everybody's talking about goals, new year resolutions, and things like that. Conversations around that area. So it's important we just guide everyone properly on how to set smart goals for 2026. Our intention is that everybody gets to have like good result at the end of the year. By 31st, of December 2026, you'll be saying, oh wow, I did this. This is what I was able to accomplish. So we want to help you, be able to achieve your goals, by turning intentions into results using systems and tools. So we'll just teach you how to plan, how to execute, and win in 2026. That's the major goal of today's discussion. So let's get started. Just straight to the point. So first I want to know why most New Year goals don't make it to February. I go to the gym, but like I tell you for a fact, by January, the gym is filled up with people. Everybody's excited. I want to lose weight. I want to gain weight. I want to have six pack. That's the excitement in the air. And by the time you come back to the gym by February or by March, like people disappear into the air because they have these good intentions, but intentions don't get you through to the end of that goal. You need to have specific things in mind. You have to put systems in place. You have to have tools in place that will make you finish that goal. And that's the essence of this conversation. And a lot of times the goals are too vague, There's no way to track the goal. There's no way to measure the goal, right? You just say, I want to go to the gym. I want to look fit. It looks nice, but it's still vague, right? You want to gain weight. How many kg do you want to gain? How often you want to go to the gym? Are you going thrice a week? Are you going 4 times a week? Like, it has to be specific. That's the essence of this conversation. You have to set specific goals that is easy for you to measure. It is easy for you to track your progress. If you say that I'm going to go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week and you went only once, you'll be like, oh, okay, I need to do better, right? I promised myself based on my goal I wrote down. Specifically, I said I'll go 3 times. So far, I've been going only maybe on Mondays. So it's easy for you to track it. It's easy for you to know and measure if you are, in line with that goal you have set. So don't set big goals. Don't just say, I want to save money. How much do you want to save at the end of the day? What platform do you want to use to save? Like what percentage of your salary do you wish to save? It has to be specific. It has to be measurable. So it's easy for you to track. One other thing again is that you need to have a daily system to support that intention. So it's something you have to do daily. Daily habits is what's going to accumulate at the end of the year for you to be able to achieve these goals you have written, these new year resolutions you have. Something you have to do consistently every single day. That is the goal. So you need to have a daily system. You need to have applications that can help you track your daily goals. If it's a gym, for example, you can have, like me, I have like a WhatsApp group for my gym, right? So I get, consistent messages from my gym buddies, people from my gym. So every single day I have the system, right, to like always keep me on the ground, like keep me on the grind. Like I'm always focused that, oh, definitely I have to go to the gym today. If it's savings, the same way I have my piggy vest, I have my Corey Rice that helps me to investment to Afri investors. So these are daily things, like daily systems. Systems could be in terms of people, it could be in terms of processes, it could be in form of technology in this case, just to help you get that goal you have. So it can't rely on motivation alone. You have to build a structure. If you don't have a structure, I tell you by February, your goals will crumble. And that's the essence of today's conversation. I want to give you that structure you can use, that system you can use that can help you achieve your goals. So you need to have like accountability partners that can regularly check up on you, so you will not confuse activity without, having actual result. You just be busy for nothing. There is nothing to show for. There is no outcome. There is no deliverable of what you're able to accomplish. At the end of the day, somebody should hold you accountable. So, oh, Miracle, you said you're going to write a book at the first quarter. Where's the book? Where is the outcome, right? Where is the output, right? That you said you're going to do in this first quarter. So that's what we're talking about at the end of the day. You can't just depend on motivation and inspiration. There has to be a structure. So that will help you to, go beyond February, march through March, like pass through April, push to get to December. That thing that can help you do that is when you have a system, when you have a daily check-in, when you can have a very specific goal that is measurable and can help you track your progress. All right. So moving further, let's talk about the SMART framework we can use to set our goals. So SMART as a word is an acronym that's used. So the S is means specific. So the goal you are setting needs to be specific. It needs to have a clear target. There's no room for any other interpretation. So like I said, if I want to gain weight, I'll tell you, I want to get maybe 90 kg. That's the weight I wish to get. I can tell you specifically the number of times I want to go to the gym, even the time. Most times I go to the gym in the evening, right? Oftentimes, maybe in the morning when I have, less work, but it is specific. So my body automatically by 5 a.m. I'm already awake. So even without my alarm these days, like I'm awake. Like I know I have a goal to eat because it's specific. I know the days I go to the gym every Saturday, like by 6 a.m. Promise me, I promise you, I'm at the gym. So it has to be measurable. So I can easily measure that, oh, I've gotten to this weight, or it could be savings, right? Or it could be in your business. Maybe you have certain number of customers you wish to get, number of sales you wish to eat, like revenue, whatever it is that you need to make sure it's measurable, specific. There has to be a metric to it. There has to be a number to it. It has to be something that is also achievable. That's what the A stands for. So it has to be challenging, but also realistic. I can't say I'm going to get $1 billion this year, right? Because it's not realistic, right? So I have to set goals that are realistic. You can't just wake up and just start praying for something that does not exist from nowhere. Whatever you have is based on systems, based on processes, based on the people you have, and it's progressive. It don't just happen. Of course, there's room for miracles, but when setting your goals, right, it has to be goals that you know deep down these are things that is easily achievable for you. It is challenging, of course. If I made 10 million last year, I can challenge myself to say, oh, I want to do 20 million, right? There is some form of data proving that if I do this and do this and this, I can definitely step up and be able to double my income. But if I say I want to move from 10 million to 100 billion, like, is that really realistic? So yeah, that's the essence of that part. Achievable. It has to be realistic. Also, it has to be something that is relevant. It has to be aligned with either career. It has to be aligned maybe with your life goals, aligned with your family. Something that is relevant. So that can give you the why. That can push you. Sometimes you might not always have the motivation. So you need to have something that is very, very important, relevant, and worthwhile that will keep you like on the ground, like you're pushing you. Like I need to save for this. Maybe you're saving to maybe buy something for your mom, or maybe you're saving to get married, or you're trying to gain weight maybe because of health reasons, or you're trying to lose weight because of health reasons. But it has to be something that is relevant for you, something that is very there to your heart. Then lastly, it has to be time bound. So there should be some form of urgency with your goal. So it could be, oh, I want to do this in the first quarter. I want to do this in the second quarter. That way, it will keep you on the toes and not relax. If I just say, oh, I want to save 1 million naira, I don't put a deadline to it. By December, I'm still relaxed because there's no deadline, right? But when you put some time bound, so I want to save so and so amount by the first quarter, by the next 3 months, or in the next 4 weeks, there's some form of urgency for me to hit that target. So that's what SMART goals simply means. When it's specific, right? When it's measurable, when it's achievable, when it's relevant, and when it's time bound. It will give you that level of urgency to keep pushing you, to be able to hit that target that you have set for yourself. Then next we talk about setting, vague goals. And I gave an example of a vague goal. So I'll get healthier this year. That's a very vague goal. It's very big. Getting elder this year could mean anything. There's so many room for different interpretation. But if we apply the SMART framework, I would say something like this. I will exercise 3 times per week for 30 minutes by joining a gym and scheduling Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 a.m. Trackable via calendar by December 31st, 2026. So you see, we have been able to talk about the who, the what, the when, the where, the how. So you can see that there are tools there that I've put in place. Like calendar is there. That's the tool. That's the system you have put in place. Right, so you can say, oh, I'm doing this on Tuesdays, I'm doing this on Thursday. There's a structure to it. Not say I'm going to go to the gym in a week. What days in the week? Like it has to be specific. So it can be measurable also. If I'm going 3 times, I go only 2 times, I can measure that, oh, that's 2/3. That's going to be like 80% or something. So you can see this is how to set a SMART goal. It's not just vague. There is a way to easily measure success or failure based on how you write your goal. So you can put in your who is talking, what is he talking about, when, that's a time, the where is it going to? He's going to the gym, the how, he's going to do this by tracking his calendar, something like that. That's how a SMART goal should be written. So you should be able to create accountability through specificity. So it's specific, so it's easy for you to be accountable. You promised us going to the gym for 3 times, so now we can hold you accountable if you don't go to the gym, right? So that's what smart goals help you to do. Keeps you accountable to your goals, right? So goals point to the direction, systems will get you there. Very important. Setting goals is point one, but making sure you have the systems who like is the propeller, right? Is the vehicle that will help you get your direction. So you need to have goals. Goals will help you define the outcome of what you want. I want to save 10 million naira. That's an outcome. But the systems is like your daily process that will produce that outcome. So if I want to save 10 million naira, I could say, oh, maybe every month I'm going to save maybe 1 million naira. Maybe I'm going to save it on piggy rest. I'm going to lock it. That's the system I put in place, right? So the outcome is cool, like writing the outcome, but you need to put in the system, the process that will drive that outcome to be realized, right? So systems always win. Even the world, there are so many systems naturally, like solar system that works all the time. The sun will always rise at a particular place. It will always set at a particular place at a particular time. It doesn't fail. It always works. Don't you get amazed by everything, even the climate? There's a time and a season for everything. Because it has been structured, it has been optimized by the creator. That's the same way you can also optimize your life and to always produce results. Because why? You are following a system. So you should know that motivation fades, but habits will persist. Wherever you do every single day, like I said, will definitely compound, and it becomes your personality, it becomes your character. Something you can just do, just natural for you, but you have to build it. So the example I gave you for a goal, I want to lose 10 kg. So the system for us to get that is we have to do meal prep on Sundays, you have to gym Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that's a system. So focus on systems, not just the outcomes. You have to create a system for yourself. Like me now, when it comes to investment, I have like 3 different apps that helps me to like buy stores, like mutual funds. Like every single time I get notifications from these different platforms, it just keeps me like put my mindset around investment and things like that. That's a system, that's a structure. Like I said, people, processes, and technology is what you can use, you can leverage to be able to achieve those goals of yours when it comes to 2026. All right. So the next thing we'll talk about is you have to design your systems that will run on autopilot. So with or without you, these things will always be working. Like I give the example of a solar system that is working. Nobody has to go and wake up the sun. Oh, sun, go and rise or go and set. It just works. Like same way with the weather. Like we have the dry season, the rainy season. These things just work. Even with our body, we have different systems like a respiratory system, circulatory system that just works. The digestive system, they work. When you're breathing, don't count your breath. It just breathes. You just breathe because it's automatic. It's on autopilot, right? That's the same way we can also be able to optimize our goals for them to work on autopilot. So daily habits, small actions that you do repeatedly. I read my Bible pretty much every single day, right? We have a Bible app, right? I have a pad, like I have a pad that helps me also like track it. I ask me, have you read the Bible today? And even I don't have that personality, that person, that kind of person reaching out to me, I can see it on the app that I've not read a particular number of days. I've missed some number of streaks, right? So daily habits, I read my Bible every day. I finish my Bible 365 days. And I didn't read every day. Some days I missed, but I still go back and read again. So daily habits will help you like give you that consistency. So you can do weekly reviews also. Then also design your environment in a way that it will give you clues, right? It will remove friction. So make sure your environment, your workspace gives you that clue to always, keep focus on your goals. So you want to put, maybe your goals on your wall, whatever you want to do. This is going to be like cues. You could have like a vision board on your phone. Maybe you want to travel around the world this year. You can have a picture of the different countries you want to travel around your phone. So whenever you're scrolling through your phone, that will give you like an additional visional cues that will just, keep you on your toes, So keep your system simple. That's a word. Complexity sometimes kills consistency. So you cannot just say, I want to start by going to the gym 5 times if I'm not going to the gym before. Keep it simple. Maybe you don't go to the gym just 3 times, right? Might not even spend up to an hour. Maybe you're going to spend just 30 minutes, just doing basic workout, things like that. But at least be consistent, right? Then we can build on that. There can be some routine anchoring, right? You can attach new habits to your existing routine. So the goal is for you to set up that routine, have a working system, then you can now always build on that. So we focus more on consistency than any other thing. So the goal is to build those daily habits, being consistent, showing up every single day. That's like the most important thing we are looking out for. So next, we'll talk about technology as your accountability partner. Right now, there are so many tools you can use. You have to leverage on technology. Like, it's so important. Especially now with the introduction of AI, technology makes life easier and better. Everything I use right now, there's some form of technology involved. I created this slide with just a prompt, like a AI prompt. I created this slide for me. Normally, it can take you a couple of minutes for you to create a slide with designs. Now you could do flyers, with tools, right? So you can use calendar, like all the meetings I have, for this year is already on my calendar already. They'll send me reminders. So you can be able to manage your tasks using different tools, Trello. You can be able to track your habits. If you are saving, you want to invest, there are tools you can use, technology that can help you know what you're spending your money on. And by the time you look at it, it's like you have spent so much on recharge card, you'll be surprised. But you need to have these technological tools that can help you track your habits. There are different AI assistants also. Let's say I want to post on Facebook every day. There's a way I can optimize this post will be going with or without me. I just optimize it, and every single day can be posting for me on any of these platforms. There are tools available to do that, right? So you don't have to worry, posting 50 times a day. That's a lot, right? But if you leverage on technology, you can do that seamlessly, like effortlessly. It will shock you. So there are a lot of things that are available already. So make sure you look for the tools you can use that can, make it better. Maybe a kind of person that's usually wake up late. Maybe you need to leverage on getting different tools, alarm systems, different things can help you. Maybe you have struggle trying to be accountable with your finances. There are tools for that, right? Recently I got a smartwatch that helps me to track the number of steps I take, help me check my sugar level, my BPM, things like that. So that's a tool that I'm able to use, like using technology as my accountability partner. We all go through our phones every single day, our laptops every single day. It's pretty much part of us. We spend more time with our devices these days than even we do with actual people. So you have to be able to maximize your phones to work for you. They are called smartphones for a reason. So let them work smartly for you. Let them make your old habits work smartly. Let them be a tool for you. There are sometimes whereby I set some time bound for my apps. Let's say share me the apps that can be distractions. In the hour 3 or 4 hours, I don't have access to Twitter anymore. It's locked up, right? So I have to focus on something else. Maybe I have to read or something. So you can create systems for yourself using your devices and everything you have around you. Everything around you should be a tool for you. Should leverage on that. The people, the processes, the environment, everything is a resource. So you have to maximize that and make the best out of it. So this is the triangle we have. The first is the SMART goal. You have to set your destination. You have to build systems that define your daily route. That's how we're going to get to your destination, the vehicle that will help you, that will prepare you get there. Then the tools, of course, to track, to remind you to stay on the route so you don't get to deviate, right? You don't want to have, story whereby you plan on A and end up doing something else completely. So progress over perfection, guys. Please don't forget that. So you have to always focus on doing something consistently. Progress, daily progress, weekly progress will compound for you to having an amazing lifestyle, all right, for 2026. So that's one thing we need to look at. So these are 3 steps we mentioned. You have to write your SMART goals for this first quarter 2026. It has to be specific, it has to be measurable, and there has to be some form of urgency, like a deadline. For me, I have a lot of goals set for myself for this first quarter, right? So written it down, is measurable, is specific. So you have to design a supporting system, right? You can use tools. You can also be people. Like Miracle is one of my support system, right? That is available at any time when it comes to praying, when it comes to reading the Bible, when it comes to business, things like that. So you have to choose a tool also to track your progress and hold yourself accountable. So start small, build momentum, and scale what works. Even when it comes to IT project, a lot of times we do what is known as, we do what is known as co-piloting, right? So we don't release everything about the product at once. So like gradually give them a little taste, see how they react, and you start releasing more and more features of the product. So you can see that's why iPhone is always releasing new versions. So you have to start small, then build momentum, then you can scale what works. So lastly, I would like to say the formula we're going to use for 2026 for us to get the result we wish to get, the success we all dream of, is setting smart goals. You have to define what success looks like for you. Then you need to build systems that deliver success through daily execution, right? The future that you want that's not connected to today does not exist. So wherever you say you want to have tomorrow must be connected to your today. It has to be connected to your daily habits every day. So if you look at your habit, does it look like what you want to be tomorrow? So that's a question you have to ask yourself. Then also the tools will help you sustain success by removing guesswork. There is some stats and data backing it. So you can know the number of times you read your Bible in a day. You can track the number of times you went to the gym. You can track how many times you spend with your phone. You can track so many things. Like you can track the number of apps, the number of time you spend on different apps. So you already know what you want. Now you have the structure to get it. So this is just a very quick one, just to help us, guide us, for us to be able to approach 2026 differently, by setting smart goals, goals that are specific and measurable, gives us some form of urgency that are relevant to us, very important and worthwhile to us, and also the importance of setting systems. Like I said, systems could be in terms of people, processes, and technology, leveraging technology to guide us and give us a bit of structure, and that'll get us to the destination we are going to. And also leveraging on different tools, mobile apps like calendar, like Zoom. Like this is a tool that can help you connect with someone, have conversations from different parts of the world. Leverage things like AI, of course. Like AI is just everywhere. Make sure you learn AI this year, 2026, by the way. So everything like this is what we are looking forward to do. You already know what you want. Like I said, now you have the structure to get it. So thank you and have a lovely day.